forgot that. I nearly forgot that mute button again. Good morning, everyone. And I've already got the layout sitting there. I'll put it back to that for the moment. I've slightly changed my layout, my setup a little bit again. What I've done is actually just added a larger table from where I'm doing my live stream second camera, so that we can see the cards in a little more detail. And it's actually showing the whole friggin' lot at the moment, which I wasn't actually planning on. I wasn't wanting the book to show or anything. But anyway, we've got that. There we go. I'll put the lot there together. It's just the way it is when you try different things, just to optimize as much as I can so that it's better for you. And it'd be lovely to have the comments back too at some point, if that's what's going to help move it along to something that's even better and better. But hey, look, it's what I just noticed. I've got that sitting in the view, this one, and I wasn't intending that either. So I'll just go like that. Does that get it out of the way? Yes, there you go. So just let others know that we are actually live now and ready to go into the actual card spread reading. It is a generalized reading, but what you need to do really for your own benefit is to actually get into that space and place of receiving your own intuitive messages for what is relevant for you, basically, as we're moving through what is the 5 cards, okay? So it's good to practice your own intuition and receiving, having that channel open in whatever method that you do, to open up the channel, so to speak. Now, what I'm doing, saying hello to those who are already here. Good morning to you, Shaz, all the way over on YouTube and in Darwin. Bet you again, it's a sight more warmer there than it is here because it's jolly freezing here. Good morning to you, Lynn. And we have Kathy watching again this morning, being here. Thank you. I love that we have some regulars popping in. That is great. So good morning, Wendy. Love your hat. I really do. And good morning to you too, Sue. Lovely to have seen you last night on the live stream as well with Leanne's show. Now, I am going to switch this around. Oh, and of course the booking buttons and etc. Whatever they lead to, just have a go and look for them. Oh dear. And we shall hide that because it takes a bit of room. I'm going to switch around now to the page. There we go. Now, the one thing I'm noticing is the light is so bright that it's almost washing out those cards, isn't it? I'll just bump the table. Good morning, Diane. How are you? And Shaz, you've got the aircon on. The aircon to make it cooler, and I'd be putting mine flat out on heating. It's so cold here, and I have had the heater going in here. So good. I mean, we're all over the world, really. It's global, not as in all over the world, all over the place. We are global, and what you're seeing is potentially going across the world because it is hooked into the Binge network as well with the mytimetv.live. And also, if you're on the Ros Boundy page or the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, that's where it's cross-posted to. You'll need to hit the link that goes to the My Time TV up the top or at the bottom, depending if you're on a mobile or desktop, I think, or laptop. So anyway, wherever it is, here we go with our reading. And it's this deck, which you can see here. And having the camera further away from the cards definitely fades them out a bit, doesn't it? As far as that setting goes. So it's the expandable deck there, expanded deck of the Lenormand that I'm using. And Sarah Marchetti's the artist. And it definitely so, isn't it? The heating on in the home. I agree. It's so cold here. And looking at wallabies out the window, I love the creatures. I love our native wildlife. It's wonderful. Now, because you can see all of the cards at once in this instance, whether it's a bonus or not, I don't know. I think I actually like it where it's a bit closer. So I might just see if it makes a difference. I hope you don't mind my changing this because I can lower this. This stand is, thank you very much to you, Shaz, for letting me borrow it to see how it works and whether it's going to work well. Now, does that bring them into focus a bit more? It does. It looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, much better. So even though, good. My hair's tickling my nose too. Right, we've got the 5-card layout, as you can see. We've got the workspace. Here is where the lilies are residing. We've got the key sitting in the home energy. Up here in the unexpected, we've got the letter. And we've got the ring in your role. And right in the centre, we've got the rider. Wow, what a combination. So with the lilies in that workspace, what I'm feeling is that reflection, sensing, going back over what some of those new ideas were that's been developing and growing. Because remember, we did have the moon in there that's bringing some of those ideas out of the shadows and growing. It's almost like we've been brainstorming and creating and getting the ideas up and into that conscious mindset. And now we're actually reflecting and looking at now, it's, I suppose, refining, because the magnifying glass was there with one of them too, so that it's actually refining a little more what the detail is. Now we're reflecting on them today just to say, now let's fine tune, let's reflect. Is it the right choice, what we're moving into, and the energies around that? So do run with that and spend a bit of time on that part of what your workspace is. So, and it is also too, I think, part of the tapping into what you know as your own inner wisdom with that, from what you've learnt from your own experiences, but also others around you, of what's been that proof in the pudding of what's succeeded before, but also not just to rely on that. It's just to, how can I change it to be more in these times? Because we are needing to adapt. And I think that's where it's bringing it out from just being that what was behind us and bringing it out into the new. Hence the bright colours and the beautiful, stand alone in its own strength out front, okay, of that, what is effectively the reflection or the stained glass or that's behind. It really is bringing it out into that gorgeous focus, okay? Moving over to the key, and that being in the home space, it almost is like it's unlocking the door. So it's because besides being the bird cage, being in this home energy, to me, it is actually unlocking that door to hospitality, to being open for those who you're welcoming into your home, into your space, into your family arena. So maybe there is for today, a meeting with someone new that is coming into the family, or, it can be a plethora of different things. What's happening in your life at the moment that would be relevant for, that you are feeling like, I've got the key and I'm going to turn it and unlock whatever is that potential for something in my family? You know, if you think and ask yourself that question and being present with those moments that give that awareness of what's next for using that key as far as the energies. You sense and feel what you're feeling with it. I really love the rose that's sitting in there. It's like it's being set free to bloom and blossom to absolutely its full potential, and being able to unlock that full potential. If we allow, you know, sometimes I sort of think, well, Mother Nature does take care of its own without our interference or whatever. You know, sometimes we think that we're giving, by giving the extra as far as the fertilizers and all that sort of stuff and tending and the rest, that they are more beautiful and more productive and etc. when we do that. But even Mother Nature can do it on her own. It doesn't have to be where we give that extra bit of oomph and hand with it. It's allowing, setting free, and doing the what is natural. You know, having that set forward, move forward in its natural pace in what is, and it is the full potential of how that can be. That's what I'm feeling around that energy for that one today. And we've got the letter. That's the next card. That's the unexpected. So there could be a means of communication today that's going to be in writing that pops into your day. And unexpectedly. You may still, though, be expecting something that's more formal, like a contract or something, but it's going to be unexpectedly popping in today because either it's early or it's late and you're sort of given up hope, but it's going to be there. And especially since what we've got as part of our day too, in that energy of your role, is the ring, which is around commitment and contracts and that type of thing that we're looking for. So that with the unexpected is actually quite connected. And whoops, I bumped the table again. This table's going to be a bit easier to bump, unfortunately. The legs are 4 legs on 4 corners. The other one was a little in the middle tripod on a stand. I didn't bump that one. Sorry about that. So, you know, the connection between what is the letter and the ring in this one, I'm feeling, because your role is actually to put that focus on the commitment that you're currently moving in, that you actually have as part of what's working in your life right now. You know, if it's not something that's decided on, chosen or whatever right now, it's still going to go through its cycle. So be prepared to actually have it repeat if it's not something that you're dealing with, and having it coming to a conclusion. And I'm feeling that because, you know, even though rings are that circle and it seems like a never-ending thing, it starts in new ways for the next step. Here we've got the rider that is more the messenger and bringing something new. I like the fact that basically it's the one, it's the start of the new journey, and the message is for that new journey. And that at the completion of this day today, it's that it is that outcome, the outcome that is the completion of what is a wonderful day. You know, it feels like you're moving on that rainbow of all possibilities. And today was the first day of your journey. And even if this lands in tomorrow as well, being in this outcome position, and it's still the number one, it's treating every day as if it is the day. And I'm feeling that, you know, the message that we're given here is that every day is as if it's a new day, because it's what it is. And we're having that reminder that as the outcome is for it's the one, it continues on with that journey, because the carousel horse is just set free in this depiction of what the rider is. You know, the meaning of rider in the Lenormand is about messages and that type of thing. So be prepared that you really have had a good message in your day. You've received something that you really need to take forward into your tomorrow. And then tomorrow it will be then as a new day. Okay, so that's sort of how my interpretation has worked for this set of cards for this morning. So you need to be taking on, oh, good morning, Kirsten, because I was looking at the camera and the rest. I missed your comment. Do take what you receive from the cards yourself as your own message with it, and gathering that as your meaning, as your intuition guides you, as you know, it really is that you know best what is best for you because that's what your soul contract is for. And continuing to learn and grow and move with what is taking you forward in what's your life plan, and being the best person that you can be. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and we'll be another live stream tomorrow for our cards as usual. And we'll see what other little bit of upgrading, checking, experimenting I can do for then, because I have, so I have been playing around a little bit. And even with this live shopping, I'm just going to go to the one that I do want to just remind people of. And I think it's this one. Oops, I think it's this one. It's for the one that's starting on Wednesday. And I've just got to check. And I'll bring it in it's Wednesday the 26th, so it's not this week, it's next week. And I do just want to show that up in detail so you can see that in the big picture and what is happening. Do you know, I've just noticed, oh no, that's all right. I was just seeing, because I do have my Ros Bounty page monitoring that in the background. I thought, oh, it looks like it's stuck on the same screen. It's not. So there you go for the weekly Zoom meeting that I'll be doing. It is a 4-week session, four weekly. What do you call that? Let me rephrase that. It is 4 weeks of 40-minute sessions, roughly 40, 45, can stretch to an hour. Look, it takes what time it takes, but I'm gauging them as to being about a 40-minute session. So we have fun. It is a fun class, even though it's not a class. And I will put the link up for the discounted one. I just haven't done that yet. For the $100 for the 4 rather than the 30 for each one. I'll give that option to you. So thank you very much for being here and showing up and watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And namaste until then. Bye.